Hello and welcome to my video on a few different ways you can work Tunisian crochet eyelets. So I'm going to start by working a Tunisian simple stitch, and we're going to now yarn over and then skip one and work a Tunisian simple stitch in the next stitch. And that is going to be our eyelet where we yarned over and skipped one. And we'll do another one. So I'm going to yarn over and skip one again and go into the next stitch. Now I will work my return pass. Oops. Alright, now I have two eyelets here. And now I'm going to show you with each one two different ways to work the row after. So you have two options. You can either pick up the yarn over from the previous row and work a simple stitch into that, or you can Tunisian knit stitch into the eyelet and then continue on with your row. And you will get a different effect from both ways. Doing a Tunisian knit stitch into the eyelet hole will give you a bigger eyelet. And you can kind of see this looks a little bit bigger than that one. All right, now I'm going to work my last stitch and my return pass to complete this row and show you another way to work an eyelet. Another way you can work an eyelet, first I'm going to work a simple stitch. So now I'm going to Tunisian simple stitch two together and then yarn over and work the rest of my row. And then a return pass to complete the row, and then I will show you now after how to work, oh my goodness, how to work the row after. To open up your eyelet. So I am doing two Tunisian simple stitches, and now again you have the option here of working your Tunisian simple stitch into the yarn over wrap, or if you want your eyelet to be a little bit bigger, work a Tunisian knit stitch into the eyelet hole and then continue on with the rest of your row. And there you can see that one. So I did Tunisian knit stitch into the hole for this eyelet, but it's still about the same size as this. So far out of these three techniques, this one will give you the biggest eyelet hole. But now I'm going to show you a technique to get an even bigger eyelet than this one. Alright, so here is my last way to do an eyelet, and it is the biggest one that you will get. So I worked a Tunisian simple stitch, and now I'm going to yarn over twice and skip one. So I'm skipping this one and working into the next. Then I'm going to work the rest of my row and then a return pass, and then show you what to do on the row after and how big that eyelet is. Okay, so it already is pretty huge. So this is a technique I like to use if I want really big eyelets for my project. So I use all of these techniques. But if I want a really big one, this is my favorite. So I'm working that first Tunisian simple stitch. And now I'm going to Tunisian knit stitch into the eyelet hole. And you can just Tunisian simple stitch into your next stitch there, but then you'll have this weird yarn overwrap in your way. So I like to pick that up and the next stitch and work those together. And then I'm going to work the rest of my row. And return pass. And look at that one. That is pretty big. So depending on your preference and what sort of look you're going for will depend on which one of these techniques you may want to use. I have used all of these in a lot of my projects. So I hope you give some of these a try, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for watching.